All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Black Wall Street, Texas, our weekly meeting. Super excited to see you all in this space. I am Dr. Janice Little, State Director for Black Wall Street, Texas. And y'all know, we're going to start with the welcome. For you all who do not know, we have a member here, Mr. Andrew Barjona, who's new into this space with us, and we want to welcome him into this space. We like to start our meeting off with a prayer. If anyone would like to lead us in prayer, please do. If not, then what we will do is I will lead us in prayer today. Oh, Heavenly Father, I want to take this moment to thank you for all the many blessings that you have already blessed us with. I want to thank you for the great leadership that we have in this organization and outside of this organization. I want you to guide us in this spiritual movement that we're currently in. Remove our personal bias and all that, and so that we can do the work and the will of yours. These and other blessings I'm asking in thy son, Jesus' name, amen. Now, let's go to our 7 spiritual markers. These are the 7 spiritual markers that are guiding Black Wall Street, USA. They are Spirit of the Lord, Spirit of wisdom, Spirit of understanding, Spirit of counsel, Spirit of power, Spirit of knowledge, Spirit of fear of God. For an in-depth understanding of these 7 different spiritual markers, you can visit blackwallstreet.org to get an in-depth understanding. Now we're going to move on to the introductions for the different businesses that are here. With this, if you have multiple businesses, we ask that you only introduce one of the companies that you want to focus on while you're in this space. That is how we do it. We give our name, you talk about your company, your product, or your service. What I would do is lead it off and share the company that I'm going to talk about today is the Graduates Gift LLC. What is the Graduates Gift LLC? It is a support service company that provide consulting services to graduates and their parents as well as entrepreneurs. We give our clients access to resources that provide income opportunities. Our primary focus is in education of trading. We give them access to an educational trading platform that provide expertise in different areas of trading, from stock option, crypto, futures, as well as Forex. We also provide access to different digital marketing products and services as well. That is my company that we're going to focus on today. It's the Graduates Gift LLC. Next.
I'm Vanessa Pipkin, and I am the owner. And the business that I'd like to focus on is my Lena's Lawners Academy. It is an educational academy for pre-K grades, for grades pre-K through 6th grade. And it offers a small classroom, cozy setting for those students who can't learn in a large group of students in a classroom.
I'll go. My name is V. Decatur. We have 5 businesses under one branch, but the one that I want to speak about today is Real Property Land Services. It is the educational arm of the business, and it's where we teach Black people how to invest in tax lien properties in those areas by either helping the owners to redeem the properties they've lost at tax foreclosure auction and purchasing those properties directly We also teach Black people how to retain their properties and the laws associated with that, meaning whether it's probate that needs to be done, heirship affidavits, those types of things. Anything that that the law says it has to be done in order to not lose your property at tax foreclosure auction. So we are an we do teach investing for Black people to invest in those same areas, but we're about property retention so that gentrification won't just run us completely out of these areas.
Hi, my name is Karen Reese, and I have several businesses, but the business I'm going to highlight today is the first Sports Moms Conference. It's taking place February the 6th in Cedar Hill, Texas. I'm so excited to bring this conference to the moms, to the parents, to the grandparents who are in the sports world to educate them on everything that's going on in sports. You know, there's a lot of things going on, and there's laws and things that are being made, and the parents are not at the table. So by them not being at the table, we have to create a way to get them that information. And that's what this Sports Mom Conference is going to do. And so if you would like to get a ticket, the tickets are on sale. It's $129, and it includes the student athlete for free, because we want the athlete to come as well to hear about all the different things that they're going to deal with when they go off into the different levels of sports. Or if you want to be a vendor, we're still taking vendor spots. That's $150. Or you could be a sponsor. You could say, I want to help her. Let me send her some money to help her start this initiative and take it all around the world.
Okay, Mr. Andrew, if you'd like to share about your company, now is your turn.
Well, I'll just mention our group. It's called Barjona. If you want to learn more about it, you can look at our Facebook page at Andrew Barjona, and you'll see some of the work we do, and we have contact information there.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Miss Karen, I want to go back. Did you say February 6th or 1st?
First,
Oh,
February
okay.
1st.
Okay, just checking and double checking those dates.
I appreciate it. I might be talking too fast.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute,
3rd.
February 6th is the first dance recital. What? Okay, I have it. I have it. Want to thank each and every one of you for sharing your introduction and doing your elevator pitch is what it is. And now we're going to go into our old business. Okay, with the old business UEI number update. Well, y'all know I've been trying to get my cage number, and I had resubmitted everything. And then on Friday, I get an email saying it was not validated. And so it gave a phone number this time to contact another department. And when I called the department, this is what they told me. They told me the reason it wasn't validated was because I didn't complete the extra step. I had to respond to an email that they sent me. Well, apparently the email went into my spam folder, so I didn't see it and I didn't respond, but I had to resubmit again. So I did do it on Friday. You know, I'm consistent with resubmitting, trying to get the UEI number. And Mr. Andrew, are you familiar with the UEI number? This is the unique entity identification number. Whenever you're doing any federal grants or to get federal funds, you have to have this number. And so we are here providing support for individuals who do not have their UEI number, and providing the support and sharing our personal experience of what we're encountering as we go through this process. And I've been doing it now for months since I have my UEI number, but there's a cage number associated with it. And that's what I'm trying to get validated now. And I also like to share some good news about the UEI number. We all know that Pastor Evelyn out of Florida was going through this process too, trying to get her number. Well, she received an email and she shared the email that she successfully got it with the cage number. So we're super excited to share that good news and excited to share that she's done it and she has it. So now on to the next phase. Does anyone have anything that they would like to add in regards to UEI numbers? If not, we're going on to the next section of the agenda, which is using ChatGPT to find funding. This week, using ChatGPT, I use it every day now. It's like water. I have to have it and use it. So I use it in email communications, also with updating my ebook. So I used it in that capacity, in which this week I will be sending out the ebook, and I'm going to do a promotional sale for the first email funnel that goes out. I would do a promotional ebook of $4.44. And this is for the unknown overage. And so I'll be sending that out this week. And that's how I've been using ChatGPT to find funding. Does anyone want to share how they've used ChatGPT this week? I know you're using it.
I just want to share the chat chat has helped me with planning this conference. I had to send out numerous of emails. And so every time there was a new person, I wanted to send out an email. And if I had their website, I would go say, create me an email to send to, say, Janice Little, and her website is Graduates Gift, and invite her to the conference. And so it would go ahead and put all that information in there. And it's actually reading her website to get a little bit of insight from what they do in order to put it into the email. And it kind of say, you work perfect with partnering with us because you focus on blah, 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 blah. And it creates that email, and I copy and paste it and put it in Google and send it on out.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
And I'll say, which of course y'all know I use ChatGPT, all the time as well. But I never thought about how close that would come to me through other people. Actually, other folk, this being a new year and conventions and speaking engagements and speaking opportunities are coming up. And so people are using ChatGPT to find people like myself who are on a circuit to make sure Black people are educated about how not to lose their properties, how to protect veterans, seniors, and the disabled community from losing their properties, and to age in place. And so other people are using it also to locate me. I've had so many emails in the last week from people who did say that they got the information from ChatGPT. Right now, my website has been, I've had it, for lots of years, but I have a young lady who has been who's worked on my website. So she's doing a lot of updates, putting a donate button on it, adding the extra pages and things like that, so that I can have by the end of the week next week. So some of the new things will be on there. The podcast episodes will be on there. The YouTube information will be on there. So yeah, so people are using that now. When you have those things on your website, Miss Karen, and you're right, it's easy for people to be able to find Dr. Little because she has a presence, a web presence. And that's why it's so important to have a web presence when you can, even if it's just a one page, when you talk about you specify your business. It's just good to have some kind of presence because people are using ChatGPT to find your services as well.
Yeah, I just have one caveat to it. I had applied for a grant, and
Mhm.
most of them I'm getting, I got denied. And so I think I heard maybe about that these companies and stuff, they are aware of people using chat to apply for their grants and things like that. And so I just, was saying, what can we do? Well, for me,
It's nothing, and in a way, it's kind of an insult to say that because what they're basically saying is the average person doesn't know how to phrase words in the proper form unless they have help. See, here's the thing where people are wrong about that, and this would be my argument. It doesn't matter if, to be honest with you, between us, if we use ChatGPT to put the outline of a draft a letter. We're going to go in there and we're going to edit it anyway because we're aware that ChatGPT isn't 100% accurate at all times. So we're not going to rely on it at all times 100%. But here's the thing, it's you that's putting in the information. It's you, your mind, your understanding of what you're doing that's causing you to be able to, because if you don't use the right phraseology, you won't get the right input. So I've heard of that, but I think people are just guessing. And so what? This world was used. It's just that they're having so many people who qualify for these grants now. People are used to saying no so much, and now they got people qualified, and now they don't want to say we're smarter. They just want to say now we're using ChatGPT. But anyway, ChatGPT. My thoughts are what goes into it, so it's not going to give the right right output if I don't put the correct info. So it's still my doing. It's still my. I'm just not actually typing it. I'm getting an outline, but I still go in there and edit mine. And if they think they can look in my little office space and see what I'm doing on my laptop, then they may as well go and give me some money so I can go ahead and make a business out of that because they real, and just say no to people or just say yes. Don't be using, they out here using excuses. Now I've heard a lot of people say that. A lot of people.
Mhm.
That's why right now, like sign companies, I want billboards, right? I'm
Okay.
trying not to go to 501c3 route because I have nonprofits. Because I don't want to deal with boards. So guess what I'm doing? I'm emailing letters to sign companies asking for in-kind donations because I want billboards with my message. I'm not really going toward the federal grants, not even the foundations and all that yet. There are sign companies that have a lot of money who would see that and say, you know what? That's good work they're doing in the community. I think I can put up I think I can put up some billboards I said signboards, I'm sorry. I think I can put up some billboards for her. I don't mind putting up billboards for 3 months for her and getting
Mhm.
another one of my friends to put up other billboards. I, I had to be creative because I know I was going to get a lot of no's because I'm not a 501c3. But there are people, who doesn't matter. They going if they got $2,000 to and not worry about right now, they're not going to worry about it. But yeah, I've heard of that. But just keep going. I sent Dr. Little uh some information this week, and Karen, I'll start doing the same thing because it runs across my desk all the time because the university keeps me in grant classes all the time. But I thought about you the other day. I met a young man who helped me help some people set up for a vending event, and he plays football. Very nice young man, very quiet, not overbearing. Didn't even know. Had to make him talk, but he plays football. He's associated with the Texans. I'm gonna have him get in touch with you this week.
oh wow.
I'm like, boy, how come you didn't? As much long as we've been talking, long as I've been paying you to help with some stuff and give you some exposure and give you some little change for your pocket, you better open up. Yeah, we just laughed, but he's just quiet, but he's very amenable. He just will do what you ask. but he is affiliated with the Texans. Now, for him, that could mean I train with the Texans every day. You know what I mean? It's more to it than what he's saying. So I was gonna get him in touch with you this week, and let y'all talk about what you're doing, and let him see what he can do, how he can play a role in that, you know, or how he can get some more sports people involved.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. This just happened yesterday when I was
Awesome.
fussing at him.
Yes, that's
No,
great. That's great.
but it's been a month since I met him. He never opened his mouth. You know, I could
Perhaps,
have been had this connection going on. But Miss Karen,
yes,
don't worry about it. Just keep going.
yes, yes,
Just
yes.
keep going.
Yeah.
I don't know, where you're gearing your grant funding to. Send me a text, and if I see something, I'm gonna send it to you. Dr. Little can tell you. I'll send stuff to her. I'll send stuff
Yes.
to Dr.
Dr.
Guy.
G. Yep.
Whatever I think is gonna help somebody. If it's come across my desk, I'm gonna send it.
Yes,
I'm
Yeah,
ma'am.
gonna send it.
I'm still looking, with the documentary, there's footage that is in there that intellectual property is very expensive. It's
Mm-hmm.
over $20,000. And so I I I was trying to get a grant to help me cover those expenses. So nobody, would come back and sue me for using their footage.
What's really weird is you're really serving a purpose. If your business is kind of a highly unusual for even Black people to be involved in, especially Black women, you're solving a problem. So what you have to do, you not even don't have to even deal with some of these foundations that deal with sports. Deal with foundations that deal with situations, mothers. I would gear them toward a lot of um, nonprofits that deal with mothers breaking out or getting into areas that they're really not sure of. I don't have a son. I have daughters. Now I wish because see, there are just some things I would love to learn about what you're going to, I want to try to make it. If I don't, I'm definitely going to donate to the cause. But this is just something that it is so important. And so once you highlight all of the things that make this a solution, makes this a solution for any community,
Yeah.
then those are the people. Now you send your grants to funding applications to people who solve problems for women in hard to find places. It don't even have to have anything to do with sports.
Yeah.
I would expand my horizon.
Yes. Well, okay. Thank you, Miss V and Miss Karen, for sharing your um input on ChatGPT and funding sources. Now let's shift to update on political contacts. Here, Mr. Manning asked me to share his update in regards to the political contacts that he connected with previously. He was trying to get an appointment with Congress, I guess he's called Congressman Sylvester Turner, and he was successfully speaking with someone from his office, and they're going to be scheduling an appointment for him to go in and speak with um, Congressman Sylvester Turner. He's super excited. He's currently at a prayer breakfast where he's like a vendor to share what services he has for veterans. And he's at the Church Without Walls for that prayer breakfast. And he also was super excited to share with me a partnership that he formed with this company. It's something about where they're going to be collaborating on 9 acres where they're going to allow him to come in and provide the resource for veteran. It's a collaborative effort. They're going to be doing a urban ranch community cleanup. They have over 9 acres of land with fishing pond and kitty within horse ride. They're going to be using the equestrian therapy at this particular community where they're going to be collaborating on this project. So he's super excited about that. And I will share the flyer via email for the community cleanup. It's on January 25th. We know that's also the date of the lupus awareness event, but the time we may be able to get out and jump in between events to support each one. So that's what he wanted me to share, his update on his political contacts. He is out in the community working and collaborating to add value and provide services to the veteran in those communities. And I'm super excited and can't wait to go out and see the Urban Ranch Community Cleanup Project. So, and as far as my political connection this week, haven't connected with anyone this week. None whatsoever. The last connection was the one email communication from Mississippi. So, anyone else have any updates on political contacts or connecting with your political officials? If not, we're going to move into new business. New business is where we reflect on the information that was shared by Mr. Nathan Daly's call last week. And if anyone has any information they'd like to share in regard to Nathan Daly's call on Monday, please do so at this time. Okay, I wasn't able to focus on the call. I was on the call, but I was doing other things, and I haven't had an opportunity to go back and listen to the recording. So if anyone who was on that call has anything to highlight from Mr. Daly's call, feel free to share it. If not, we're going to move into open discussion. So nothing on Nathan Daly. Okay, let's go to open discussion. And what I like to share is during the open discussion, I have resubmitted RFP to Harris County Department of Education. And what I think I need to do is start really following up when I submit these applications and following up with them instead of just assuming that this is why I haven't heard anything. So this week, I'm going to reach out to Fort Bend Independent School District, all the people that I've applied for RFPs or submitted any grant application. This week is going to be the follow-up week to contact them. And there were 3 proposals that were submitted, and I will be following up with those and then giving an update on what I find out from them. So I will do that this week as well. And as I stated earlier, I will also be sending out that ebook this week. So these are some of the things that I'm going to be doing in my business this week. So anyone else have anything they would like to discuss during the open discussion in regards to your business?
Well, I will mention that a gentleman from the Chronicle had contacted me a couple of months ago, and he's working on an article that pretty much kind of lines up with what we're doing. And I say that, but once I met with him yesterday, I do understand now what he's doing. And I did tell him that now that I heard him out, I'm all for what he's doing and I'm all for helping. And so he's really getting into the true stories about land theft, but he's from more of an angle of all these rich names. Are they acquiring these properties? And I mentioned this a million times. There's no accountability. I have an appointment with an official in Dallas this week. I'm trying to compare how Dallas operates compared to Harris County. I think it's much better how they're operating. There's no accountability. When someone wins a bid at auction, then people start scurrying around. It's hard to find out who won the bid. And we know the disconnect is right there because that's when the big names, the big Jewish names, end up owning the property. We don't know how many times on the other level, how many people are involved before because there's no accountability. So he's doing that work. I'm doing the work on the other side for the people. So eventually this thing is going to be blown out. But he can do it with his article with the Chronicle, and so he's been working on this. He's obviously found some things. But anyway, I'm mentioning that to say this is how important these kinds of things are. And when people, marginalized communities continue to lose as our communities do, continue to lose, and we've constantly got people who wake up the next morning trying to figure out how to take from Black people simply because they think we don't have people to care about our community. They think we don't have enough Black people to love our community enough to do the work without pay, and they think that we don't have the funds for attorneys. And this is how I have attorneys on our team in order to help me help the people. It is not easy. It is a struggle. It is hard. Sometimes people will still turn around and still listen to them folk rather than listen to us. But all we got to do is all I do is do the work, and I just let God bring the increase. But anyway, that happened this week. As a matter of fact, it's something else that happened again yesterday. And so I'm real happy about the prospect of that happening, about what's going to be happening in this city at some point once he gets the facts, all the facts that he needs. It's going to change some things because some folk are going to be going to prison, and there's going to be some people who are going to their names are going to be kind of ruined out of and only because of embarrassment. Rich people don't mind being criminals. They just don't want to be known for being criminals. And so but they'll get that tag. They'll get that label if I have anything to do with it. So that's that on that.
Okay, thank you for sharing, Ms.
You're
V.
welcome.
Does anyone else have anything they want to discuss in regards to their business? Now is the time you can unmute yourself and share if you want to, so that we can add how we can support you and your company. What can we do to help you? And I will be sending out another email blast, Ms. Karen, to get people to register for your conference, as well as the lupus awareness tour that's here on January 25th. I will send that out again this week.
Okay.
Can you send me some information on the January 26th? I think I have some, but not as much as I have of Miss Karen's. I'm starting to also blast it, and I think I'm gonna get permission next week to blast Miss Karen's on the TSU on the not the website, but through the TSU system, meaning that I'm gonna set it up as if it's a vending event. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes,
Through
ma'am.
our vendor channels on campus, and then but the people who need to see it will see it. Then that will allow me to be able to send it to people in particular.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let her know because I'll add her to the email when I send it.
And
Yes.
then I'm gonna be working on sending out a press release. I got Miss Cent Marshall of the Dallas Mavericks gave me a donation. So I'm gonna update that and send out a press release just saying that she acknowledged I'm a sports mom. I was a sports mom. And so she said this event is gonna be amazing. So I want to put that quote out there.
Yeah.
And that she put her money where her mouth is and gave a
Yes.
donation to help make this a successful. So I'll be
Mhm.
working on doing a press release for that.
Yeah. How many openings do you still have for vendors?
I still have a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. I just was asking. I was thinking about just need to make sure my contacts down there are standing flat-footed and sit still while I let them know what's going on. Everybody's so busy that, but
Yeah.
I definitely want them to be there and support in some kind of way. And so vending it would be, what's the vendor fee again?
It's
150, I think you
150.
said. Okay then. Okay. All right. And
Well,
I have your number. I can text you or call you if I need anything. And if you have any more questions. I'll stop now.
all right. Thanks.
Okay.
Miss Fee, this is Vanessa Pipkin with Lena's Learners Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, I listened to you also talk about the tax lien property
Mm-hmm.
information. So I put in the comments that I would like to talk to you more in depth about that because I'm needing more space for my academy here in my city. And I'm feeling that maybe trying to go this route may help me locate another place,
So
possibly.
just go in the chat and send me your county and your state and let me
Okay.
see if we've already researched that for our courses. If not, I'll have someone research it and then we'll get on a Zoom and I'll just tell you the steps to take to look for that. Now we do courses in that. Now, if you want a course, that's a different situation. Of course, it's different for us in Black Wall Street. And I don't have to do a series of courses. I can just kind of tailor make one just for you. But I don't have any problem at all looking up the information for your county. I would love to see if you would be able to get property over the counter, meaning if your state is a tax deed state, and if a property goes to auction twice and doesn't sell, then we as citizens can purchase those properties over the counter for $1, $2, or lease them through the city for $2. Everybody's taking advantage of those opportunities in our neighborhoods except us. We have got to get the information. We have got to get it done. So now I'm just creating what people need to know from beginning to end so they don't have to worry about the research because the research can't hold us up. So just send me your county and state and I'll work on that this week and your email address and send it
Thank
to
you so much.
the tax lien strategist at gmail.com. I'll get it. The tax lien strategist at gmail.com.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else have anything they like to add during the open discussion in regards to their business? If not, we're gonna move to announcements, which we've already been doing. The announcement upcoming event. The upcoming event is the Lupus Awareness Tour here in Houston, Texas on January 25th, as well as the first Sports Mom Conference will be on February 1st in Cedarville, Texas. So those flyers will be coming out via email as well as updates on Black Wall Street, Texas website. We'll definitely make sure that is updated on the website as well this week. So does anyone else have any announcement? If not, we're gonna adjourn
I'm
this.
sorry, Miss Dr. Little. I can't hear everything you're saying on my end.
Okay. Well, all I was
Must
saying
be
was
me.
about the upcoming two events. which is January 25th, is the Lupus Awareness Tour, which is here in Houston, Texas. And then the next one is the first annual Sports Mom Conference, which is February 1st in Cedarville, Texas. And we will be sending this information out again via email and updated on Black Wall Street, Texas website.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. And thank you all for showing up for yourself and your business here. And I really do appreciate it. And if I can serve you in any capacity, feel free to reach me via text message or email. And you all have an absolutely amazing weekend.
Goodbye.